GBC started many years ago with very beautiful people, and I'm so glad to see that they've been remembered today.
It's brought back a lot of memories. Nice to see a lot of the old faces around, and I think it's great. I mean, as well, looking at the equipment that we used to use.
I am overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. It's a trip down memory lane. I remember my first ever interview, Wellington Front. I was young, very nervous. My first ever interview, and I remember Manolo Mascarenhas showed me into his office. He opened the drawer and brought a bottle of whiskey. Said, "Have a whiskey before you go on camera."
It's great that we are celebrating 60 years. It's great to have been part of it, and it's good to see that it has grown and become so big and so important since we left.
The way that things have changed, technology has changed, GBC has changed. And I remember fondly having to do a lot of work with very few resources.
I'll tell you one sentence. My wife didn't like me because I was married to GBC, not to her. That was it. I mean, shall I say it? GBC came first. Radio and TV, well, in a sort of way, you know.
A trip down memory lane for sure. And the funny thing is that people are asking me, what was this for? What's that for? You know, because equipment was totally different then. And the main thing is that obviously we're all together here now as a family. And the people that I worked with are now part of my family.
It's wonderful opportunity to be here. It's 38 years of my life that I spent at GBC, man and boy, as they say, as a junior presenter, and of course, as we know, spending 10 years as Chief Executive Officer. So it's fantastic to be here and see all the hard work that's been put in by generations of broadcasters, and I'm so happy that those 10 years that I was at CEO, so much was achieved as well. And James has done an absolutely wonderful job in putting this exhibition together.
I feel very privileged, actually. I came in as quite a young woman, you know, with lots of ideas and lots of confidence, with a lot to learn, but a lot of enthusiasm. And I think that enthusiasm is still there. That passion to make good, honest television, to fulfill our remit, you know, and to be there for the community as a representation of thoughts, ideas, culture, identity. And I feel very, very honored to be part of that.
It's been a bit weird because I'm looking at the photographs and I know practically 99.9% recurring of everyone on those photographs. Many of them, sadly, who are no longer with us today. I was born in 1961, so GBC was about to be born, but of course I was part of the radio family as well because my dad started in 1958. And it is important for me that he forms part of this exhibition because he was the first head of news at GBC at the time when in '64 they were starting to look at doing the Palabras al Viento.
GBC has played a major part in my life, really. And I've been very lucky to have had lots of my footage recorded via GBC. And it's amazing to see my dress on such a valuable and sentimental dress for me.
Well, it's frightfully important to the community. It remains relevant to today. GBC has always managed to reinvent itself and produce a program commensurate with the era at the time.
I think it's a wonderful collection of memorabilia in photographic terms and also equipment and sets. I think it works for me especially, and for anyone who was involved with GBC at any time. It's great to relive those moments. For the general public, I think it's a curious insight into what it's been about.
It shows, you know, in a very small way, because obviously it is very big, the family of GBC that, you know, has happened over the years. But this at least shows, you know, the work and the dedication of many, many of the members which have formed part of this family over the years, and it's great to see it.
With me, really, I'm really happy that I still remember a lot, because at my age, and I started in '62, and I can still remember most of the photographs here.